So then MJF did a promo and the fans booed the shit out of him. But next week, he's going to be in a qualifying match where the winner goes into the men's casino gauntlet match at All In, where the winner of that gets a guaranteed title shot. MJF, another of their money ball players, if they have any, is in a meaningless casino bullshit match on pay-per-view because they can't. They're so creatively bereft at this point that they can't set up money matches for their tag team champions. They can't set up money matches for MJF. They can't set up money matches. All they can do is set up dream matches that the same people that like this kind of thing buy every month. There is no growth, and they're running out of the dream matches. And then Mark Briscoe's music interrupted. And he actually came out and said, well, you're going long. I need to get in the ring for my match. And then he and MJF start going back and forth. And MJF calls him a blue-collar bitch. And Briscoe empathized with MJF. The fans actually chanted empathy because he feels insufficient with his little kosher pickle. And then the fans chant kosher pickle. This is a Saturday Night Live sketch. I think Mark Briscoe's great. I think MJF's great. But they come out, it went too long. They're being funny. The fans then amuse themselves by chanting about MJF's small penis. And then MVP says, let's just go watch Briscoe do what he does best, which is lose. So for the first time in history, Briscoe wins. He won a four-way, Brian. This is all interconnected. It's all the same thing going on. He won a four-way match versus Bandito, Roderick Strong, and Take a Shit for the number one spot in the casino gauntlet match. Which seems to me like that would be punishment to get the number one spot, because then you got to fight all the other guys. But who says this is supposed to fucking be in any way explicable? So what started at the first of that? Who was out first? Was it the it depends the baby faces?
Yeah, it depends on what you consider the start of that.
The babyface underneath babyface team had a match which they won, and then they got the shit kicked out of them by the people that they're wrestling on the pay-per-view, who did a promo, who then were interrupted by the guy that was in the next match. And then that guy had a match and won the chance to be in another match. Any thoughts?
Very much like Mr. Show with the transitions from one thing right to another. You got to appreciate that. I hear what you're saying. MJF's a proven draw for them. Also, he's had great matches on big shows. Why isn't he in a high-profile match? If they did put him in one, it would kind of have to happen out of nowhere. The Hurt Syndicate, they can't put in one because they don't have opponents.
Well, really, MJF doesn't have an opponent either set up for him, and this MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate has been one of the only entertaining things, that have actually, for a wrestling fan instead of a fucking spot monkey on this show. But because their roster of baby faces is so weak and feckless and impotent and erectily dysfunctioned, there's nobody you want to see him fight.
So I think, unfortunately, he ends up in this casino gauntlet match, whatever that is, a ladder match. I think that's what it is. It's something. You have to retrieve something. I don't remember.
Oh, they got to grab the big poker chip.
Oh, that's right. It was a poker chip. If he wins it, it creates a good dynamic going forward with him and the Hurt Syndicate and him having this ability to get a title match anytime he wants, which obviously is a copy of Money in the Bank.
But then, which world champion would he want to wrestle for real? Moxley or fucking Page? He's sitting there going, which one of these two jack-offs do I think I can get any kind of a match out of?
And the idea they're setting up something, at least it looks like it, with him and Mark Briscoe, I don't want to get my hopes up. It could be promising. I mean, they've booked Mark Briscoe so poorly, and I think unfortunately they get a little bit of false security that because he's over and we have him lose every week, we could do that with everyone we bring in now. Just book them, they'll lose, and eventually people will like them. But yeah, I mean,
the feel sorry heat.
The MJF Hurt Syndicate stuff has been the highlight of the show, and in a lot of cases, the highest rated segment of the show. In a lot of cases, the Mystico match was the highest rated segments of that show. And it's almost like I said before, like the Codyverse. It exists like in a little universe of its own within the wider universe. If MJF all of a sudden has title demand abilities, he can get him as soon as he wants if he wins that match. It kind of ties him into the bigger picture. But again, who are the Hurt Syndicate gonna wrestle? That's the big question still, but we'll get there, I guess.